Some of the biggest journeys we ever take, they don't involve going anywhere. They happen right here, deep inside. Today, we're going to talk about that, what it really means to heal from the inside out, how we can start to listen to those parts of ourselves that are holding on to old hurts. So let's dive in.
So, let me ask you something right off the bat. Have you ever had a feeling, maybe in your body, maybe just this deep emotional thing, that you just couldn't find the words for? I think we've all been there. And that feeling, that's exactly where we're going to start.
Okay, so what even is deep trauma? It's not always this big, dramatic thing we see in movies. A lot of the time it's quieter. It's like a silent current that just settles into our bodies, and it can actually start steering the ship, our reactions, our feelings, even our thoughts, sometimes without us even knowing it's there.
And here's the thing. When we can't find the words, our bodies, they start talking for us. Think about things like constant exhaustion, that nagging anxiety, stomach problems, or aches and pains that just don't make sense. These aren't just random. No way. There's signals. It's your body's language telling you, hey, over here, there's something we need to look at.
So where do we even begin to listen and respond? Well, our first step is actually pretty simple, and it starts with what's on our plate. Let's look at how we can start nourishing our nervous system, using food as this really powerful tool for healing.
I find it so helpful to think of food as like a form of communication. Every single thing you eat is basically a message you're sending to your nervous system. And we get to choose, right? We can send it messages that say, calm down, you're safe, or messages that kind of stir everything up. And you can see the difference pretty clearly here. On one side, you've got the stuff that calms everything down, warm, grounding things. And on the other, the stuff that can really rev you up, like caffeine or a sugar rush, which can actually feel a lot like anxiety in the body. The contrast is huge, isn't it?
This really boils down to 4 super practical things you can do. First, pick those warm, comforting foods. They just feel safe, right? Second, get that magnesium in. It's like the ultimate chill-out mineral for your muscles and nerves. And of course, staying away from caffeine and sugar is a huge one. But honestly, number 4 might be the biggest game changer of all. Just slow down when you eat. Taking even one deep breath before your first bite tells your entire body, hey, we're safe. You can relax now.
This is such a perfect example. You can almost feel how comforting that is, right? A warm bowl of oatmeal like that, it's not just about filling your stomach. It's about setting this calm, steady tone for your whole day. It's a really simple way to be kind to yourself. Okay, so we've talked about nourishment. Now let's move on to another huge one, rest. Anyone who's healing from trauma knows that nighttime can be really, really tough. Your body is totally wiped out, but your mind is just on. It's on high alert, always scanning. So how in the world do you invite sleep back in?
All right, here are 4 habits that can really help retrain your nervous system. First, have a little wind-down ritual. It tells your brain the day's over. Second, something physical, like putting a hand on your heart and belly, just to feel that connection. Third, sensory things, like a weighted blanket or some lavender can make you feel anchored. And last but not least, consistency. A regular bedtime creates this rhythm of safety that your body actually learns to trust over time.
I absolutely love this. It's so small, but it's so powerful. We're not talking about forcing yourself to be happy. It's just about finding one small, quiet, calm thought to end the day with. It's like you're gently telling your mind, okay, we're done. You can switch off now. You can rest. Okay, next up, relaxation. Now, when you're healing from trauma, the usual advice, go take a bubble bath, might not feel relaxing at all. It might even feel unsafe. So we have to look past the cliches to find what truly, genuinely calms the nervous system.
This is so important. The real goal isn't some perfect Instagram-worthy spa moment. Sometimes the biggest win is just being able to exhale fully. That moment when you breathe out and you realize you weren't holding your breath, waiting for something bad to happen. That is real relaxation. So what does this actually look like? Well, here are a few things that really work. Getting out in nature, doing something creative, gentle movement, and safe touch. What all these have in common is they kind of bypass that overthinking part of our brain. They talk directly to the body and help it let go of all that stored up tension.
And here's something you can do right in the moment. When you feel that tension starting to build up, you don't have to fight it. You can just change your surroundings. Go outside, take a deep breath, and just focus on one simple sound. It could be the wind or birds, whatever. It's an incredibly powerful way to pull yourself back into the present moment.
Now, all these self-care things are amazing. They're so powerful. But let's be real. Deep healing hardly ever happens all by yourself.
So our last piece of the puzzle is all about connection. It's about building a support system that combines what you're doing with some compassionate expert guidance.
And here are some fantastic resources to look into. Trauma-informed therapists know about things like EMDR or somatic therapy, which are designed to work with the body. Support groups are incredible for realizing you're not alone, which helps so much with shame. And other healers, like massage therapists or even spiritual communities, can bring a huge sense of comfort and purpose. Remember, healing is a team sport.
I think it's so important to remember this. The whole point of healing isn't to somehow wipe your memory clean. That's not it at all. It's about loosening the past's grip on you, so it's not in the driver's seat anymore. It's about getting your freedom back, right here, in the present.
Wow. Let's just sit with that for a second. This is such a powerful shift in thinking. It takes all the pressure off of trying to get back to normal. Instead, it's an invitation to meet yourself right where you are and to learn that this person you are now is already whole, already worthy, and can be safe.
And we're going to end on this one. Simple truth. No matter what you've been through, no matter where you are on this journey, you deserve rest, you deserve nourishment, and you deserve care. Not just once in a while, not just on the good days. Every single day.